Well, let's talk about Mike Pence.
Let's talk about it.
Mike Pence went on Face the Nation to celebrate, of course, this was on Sunday, right? And right before Martin Luther King. And I'm sure he was calculating a way in which, how can I seem like I'm honoring Martin Luther King, but really, really smear his legacy in some fashion? And he turns to one of his reactionary staffers, and he says, that's the challenge. Gentlemen, of course, they're all men. And they come back and pitch him. Let's see what won this week on Face the Nation.
I think what the American people saw the president do yesterday was say, I want to set the table for us resolving this issue in a way that achieves his objectives to secure the border, end the humanitarian and security crisis, end the government shutdown, but also to bring together the Democrats' priorities to accomplish that. That's what the American people expect us to do. And honestly, the hearts and minds of the American people today are thinking a lot about it being the weekend where we remember the life and work of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. One of my favorite quotes from Dr. King was, "Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy." You think of how he changed America. He inspired us to change through the legislative process to become a more perfect union. That's exactly what President Trump is calling on the Congress to do. Come to the table in a spirit of good faith. We'll secure our border, we'll reopen the government, and we'll move our nation forward, as the president said yesterday, to even a broader discussion about immigration reform.
Build that wall.
You got to build that wall. Lock her up.
We
build that wall.
Now look, both sides want border security.
Mexico will pay.
Mexico's going to pay by the new negotiated NAFTA agreement. Meanwhile, let's have the boys from the NCAA and give them some burgers.
That is...
Oh my God, we got Papa John's.
How do you say that? Like, how are you capable? Well, you talk about a bad guy. How are you capable of articulating that and not feeling like, oh my God, I'm so despicable that it's hard for me to not at least smile? Like, how do you not even break? How do you crack it?
He offered DACA, but the Democrats are taking this like a joke.
He's on a holy mission.
Nancy Pelosi, more like Nancy MS-13, them borders. Am I right, folks? Collusions and illusions.
Well,
that's how right-wing Mandela was born, more or less. Like when Rick Santorum
compared the fight against Obamacare to the struggle against apartheid. And that was one of the first times where it was like, the only proper answer to this is exactly, Rick. Same fucking thing.
Well, remember when Ricky Rubio kept saying about Jeb Bush, he knows exactly what he's doing?
Right.
I think, like Pence, when he said Trump offered Pelosi candy, right? Like that to me is, he knows exactly how we're going to take that too, as like he knows he's insulting our intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but he's trying to make it like that's what he saw that Bush was doing that with.
No, he said Obama knows exactly what he's doing.
No, Rubio. I thought
Rubio
he said
would always
Jeb
say that
Bush.
about Obama.
Oh, he also said it about Jeb.
But George W. Bush keeps giving candy to Michelle Obama in public as some way of showing like we can bridge the partisan divide. And that's why Pence did it. Like,
everybody talks about Iraq, but no one wants to talk about Skittles.
Yeah, you were right. It was Obama.
Regardless.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
He wants to trigger the libs by using a symbol of civil rights as well as socialism against everything that he stood for.
But it's not just, I don't think it's just
wall.
like, I think there are a whole host of people out there who are like the Beltway establishment centrist press that actually use this stuff as like it builds the scaffolding for the for arguments like Tulsi Gabbard's, like, it's both sides type of thing. Jake Tapper's, these Catholic boys, they were harassed.
Jake, is that we aren't sitting down in a room and hashing it out
with candy.
With candy.
Yeah, I'm saying I think he's more. I think he.
By the
Pence
way,
is
what's up,
conscious of it.
Candy?